It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Hey, what's happening, you beautiful people? Welcome back at your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It is Tuesday, and that means it's Health Tuesday. So we're going to continue to plug you in with some of the good stuff, especially with the season ahead. Now, listen up, pay attention, because Pharmacy Month is more than a nod to the pharmacists we see behind the counter. I think it's a celebration of the essential role they play in safeguarding our community's health. And today we're joined by Head of Independent Community Pharmacy Association, Jackie Mayman, who I just like to call our friend. Now, she's here to explore our local pharmacies and how they go far beyond dispensing medicine. And we're talking from everyday wellness advice to supporting healthier lives. And their impact is felt in countless ways, all in proud partnership with Adcock Ingram OTC, sponsors of Brave. So, officially, let me say good morning, Jackie. How are you doing?
Good morning. Very well, thanks. It's spring.
I know.
And what a beautiful time of the year it is.
But you're looking good. You don't have puffy eyes. You're not sneezing. So, allergies haven't hit you yet.
No, because I asked my pharmacist.
Ah, okay. Well played. So let's get into that conversation, because I think it's more important that we consider our pharmacists when it comes to health in the community, right? Why would you say that that's quite important, though?
Okay, so I think if you're thinking health, think of your pharmacist first. Firstly, we are very accessible. We're open long hours. We're there sometimes 7 days a week.
That's true, yeah.
You don't have to make an appointment to see us. And if you've got any health queries, ask us. We're also there to make sure that you take your medicines properly. We can advise you on any health requirements that you need.
Which is something I've slowly started to learn from you, which has really encouraged me to seek this advice, because it's more than just dispensing prescriptions like you mentioned now. It's a first point of contact when you don't know what's going on with your body.
Exactly.
And where to go and get that help. Pharmacists are there for you, right?
Absolutely. So obviously our primary task is the dispensing of prescribed medicine.
Yes.
And, you know, when we do that, we make sure that it's the right medicine for the right condition for the correct person at the right dose. We also make sure that there aren't any serious allergies or adverse reactions. But we've so much more than that, because you can come in and we can offer preventative health care. So know your numbers. Ryle, I hope you know your numbers, your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your cholesterol.
You've just reminded me to get an update on that, so
Please
thank you.
make sure that you know your HIV status.
Yes,
So
of course,
important.
yeah.
If you've got queries about coughs, make sure you haven't got TB. We can assist with all of those things.
Okay.
And then any minor ailments. Don't suffer through spring. Enjoy it. We can help you with advice on antihistamines, anything like that.
And especially with spring being officially here, I think this is the perfect time for it. Now, I know in this day and age, healthcare costs can be high. I mean, talking about the other side of things, if we were to go to a doctor, you've got to set up that appointment, you've got to pay the consultation fee. Often after that consultation, they send you to the pharmacy to get the medication anyway. So maybe reversing that process could help with costs, I would imagine.
Absolutely. So we all must try and avoid serious illness and ending up in hospital.
Yeah.
It's expensive. And if you haven't got medical insurance, it can be debilitatingly expensive. So my first advice to you, as I've already said, is know your numbers. Be prepared for it. If you've got a chronic illness, let us help you manage it correctly. We work in a multidisciplinary team with doctors, so we can keep you healthy. And if you keep yourself healthy and look after your wellness, then you can try and avoid those expenses.
Okay, so essentially if I'm looking to really get insight into my body, where I'm at, what's going right and wrong with me, pharmacists can assist me with that.
Absolutely.
I love this,
yes.
okay.
I mean, as I say, we can screen, and then if we feel that you do need to be referred, we can catch an illness early and send you to the doctor, so that you don't end up with those huge bills.
Yeah. Another thing that I'm noticing now is that obviously we're living in the future. I always say this a lot, but this digital era, it's moving so fast. AI is here, online is here. And especially when it comes to selling things online, there's a big concern when it comes to safety. How do we preempt ourselves and ensure that safety box is still ticked? Should we maybe be consulting pharmacists rather than just going straight online and buying whatever we read?
100%, and I'm so glad you've asked this, Ryle, because it is so important. There is just a flurry of counterfeit medicines out there. And I really want to say to everybody, please be careful where you buy your medicines from.
Yeah.
So medicines can only be sold by registered healthcare professionals. So dispensing doctor, a pharmacist in a pharmacy, not through anybody's boot or garage.
Back door, the garage.
And look, you
I
can-
know a guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know a guy, don't worry.
No, I mean, there's a proliferation of these weight
Yeah.
loss injections. Please be careful. So if you are buying online, I've got some tips for you. It needs to be through a pharmacy. So the first thing you do, it's an app or a website, is check that there's a pharmacy name, that it is the pharmacy's website. It'll have a Y number, which is the registration number of the pharmacy.
Oh, okay.
And you can verify that on the Pharmacy Council website.
Oh,
All
that's
right.
important, okay.
It'll always list what they call the responsible pharmacist. So that's the pharmacist in charge of the pharmacy. Their name will be there with contact details.
So there's someone accountable to that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And you will always be able to contact somebody if you have any questions. If it ticks all those boxes, then it's fine to order online. All right. And they will tell you if you need a prescription or if you don't need a prescription. You'll be able to speak to them if you need to speak to them. If it's online and it's a deal that seems better than possible, then it probably isn't true. And don't use that. That medicine can be dangerous. It might not have been stored properly. We don't know if it's the correct stuff in
Be
there.
something completely different.
Absolutely,
Wow.
absolutely.
Jackie, this is sage advice. I think in a time like this where we all need to protect ourselves, these are the tips that can really ensure our safety and our health. One last thing I wanted to chat to you about and maybe make it more practical. Let's say I do have my prescription and I come to the pharmacy. How and what steps are you taking to make sure that I get the right medicine and the right advice? Is that going to take place when I come to the pharmacy? Because if that's the case, then this is a no-brainer.
You know, Ryle, I love it. Somebody comes in, they present a prescription, and then they go like, what's taking so long? Just put it on the computer and fetch
Let's
the
go.
stuff off there.
Yeah.
There is so much more to it. So first of all, we get the prescription. We need to authenticate and validate it. Is it an authentic prescription? All right. Then we need to make sure this is Ryle. It is for Ryle. We then look at the medicines and we look in your history to make sure that there are no drug-drug interactions. We will ask you a few questions about what it was prescribed for. It might have an ICD-10 code, so we might have a good idea. Is it the right medicine is it appropriate for that condition? We check the dosage form, the strength, the dosage. Okay, once all that's done, now we start entering it on the computer, dispense it, fetch it, and all the rest of it. Then comes the important part, the counseling. You need to know how to take it, when to take it, before meals, after meals, how far apart. Those are important things. If you're taking a water tablet or your diuretic just before you go to bed, you're not going to sleep. Or if you take your sleeping tablet first in the morning, you're going to have an accident. So all of that advice. And then also importantly, how to store that medicine. Keep it out of reach of children. Don't store it in the cupboard in your bathroom because it's humid there, it's hot. So we'll give you that kind of advice. Must it be kept in the fridge? And then lastly, finish the course if it's a course of antibiotics and don't share with other people. And if you've got leftover medicine, bring it back to us for safe disposal. Do you know there's not a river in South Africa that doesn't have some pharmaceuticals in it?
Are you serious?
And it's scary, yes.
Oh
So
my
don't
word.
flush your tablets down the toilet
Yeah.
or throw them in the dustbin. Bring them back to the pharmacy. We send them to waste disposal companies to be disposed of correctly.
Sure, the amount of work that our pharmacists are doing in this entire chain, all I'm going to say is thank you, Jackie. You are doing God's work right now, and I think everybody right now that has listened to this is more educated and more appreciative of you and everybody else that you represent. So thank you so much, and I think this conversation's at a perfect time. We've got allergy season, which is in full swing. Sneezes, itchy eyes, blocked noses, they are back. I know you might be feeling it already, so why not fight back with Adcock Ingram OTC Allergy Survival Pack, and it's available at your nearest pharmacy. And clearly, the pharmacy is where you want to be because this is where help is being served. Now, with trusted products like Allergex Non-Drowsy, you'll stay covered all day, pretty much every day. And one more reminder, Adcock Ingram OTC, proud sponsors of Brave, are giving one lucky viewer a chance to win 2,000 Rand cash every Tuesday. And that's for this pharmacy month. So all you got to do is the following. Simply reply to the competition post on our Expresso social pages and tell us this. Who is your pharmacy hero and why? Now, you can't say Jackie because I've already chosen her, so you've got to use a different answer. No take backs. And I want you to remember to include the hashtag #AdcocOTC Allergy Survival Pack in your answer. Now, here's a reminder that the competition closes midday today, this Tuesday. Your T's and C's can be found at expressoshow.com. Mzansi, I hope you've been educated and enjoyed that because you don't need anything other than your pharmacy, clearly. Beautiful conversations happening right here on your Feel Good Breakfast Show. And seeing that it is Health Tuesday, let's keep the advice coming. We've got another good doctor to touch base with, Dr. Duplessis. We're talking all types of hemorrhoids, the causes, the symptoms, and the treatments. Hope you enjoy.